Good morning, everyone. We're here in Litchfield, Illinois, and we're leaving the Baymont Hotel. This is where we stayed, and today's the big day. We're headed to Livingston, and we're going to the Bigfoot Festival, and we're gonna have some fun, see what we can find, and hunt down the notorious Bigfoot. This is Sean, the What's Up Dude. We are gonna stop at Denny's for breakfast before we go to the event. The breakfast they had at the hotel was kind of mid, so we're gonna have something that we know is pretty decent. All right, we're gonna order the new Masters of the Universe meal, Eternia Premium Breakfast Slam. All right, the food arrived. My dad got the Fit and Slim, and then she got the Everyday Slam, and I got the new Masters of the Universe Eternia Premium Breakfast, waiting on the pancakes. All right, here is the stack of pancakes. All right, we are getting off the exit to the Pink Elephant and the event. This started at 9:30. We're gonna get there and park and see the festivities begin. All right, everyone, we are here, the Pink Elephant, and this is the Bigfoot Festival. Big the Foot, I will say, in honor of Adam the Woo. We got Trump, dinosaur, and all the sights that we've seen before when we filmed here. But there's a new addition to the statues. Here is the giant Big the Foot. Look at those feet. He's huge. And we have a new sign up here, USA 250 years, celebrating USA, and then celebrating Route 66, 100 years, Livingston, Pink Elephant Antique Mall. And we got a Twisty Treat sign that's been added in. All right, so here is the Bigfoot Fest. We got kettle corn and vendors. We'll go check it out, see what everything's all about. Now, being that this is a celebration of the Centennial, I'm sure they'll have booths with a lot of Route 66 stuff. Places with plants and different items that you can purchase. Little glassware. Outdoor signs. We have some more vendors this way. And here is a picture of the notorious Bigfoot right next to the alien spacecraft. We do have a fine tobacco products vendor. Here's the aliens. Down this way, we do have some of the pink elephant statues on display. There's some more of the market venues. Here's the hippo. Custom metal and wood signs. This is the rhinoceros. And we do have in the back corner, looks like some bounce houses for kids. Keep your kids occupied and having some fun. We got a Bigfoot right there. Hillbilly Candle Company. Haunted School Diner food signs. Here's one of the giants. Over here we do have the bouncy houses. We'll give you a closer view of that. And they also do have a plane here as well.
Okay, everybody welcome to our Route 66 Bigfoot Festival 2026. Woo! Thank you. We have a full lineup of Bigfoot speakers today, and to start us out is Mr. Harold Finney. He resides in Hillsboro, Illinois, just northeast of here. He's 78 years old, and he is still an avid outdoorsman and notable figure in the Bigfoot world. Okay, so he's going to talk to you guys, and then afterwards, if you have, we'll have a Q&A question from 4 to 5 with all the speakers. So give a warm round of applause for Mr. Harold Finney.
All right.
Yep, I got it in there, and I've got it.
I don't know if I need this or not. Can you hear me with this?
Yeah. Okay. You good?
And as you guys can tell, I'm kind of messed up. I've had some health problems again this year, but I was 79 in August. I'm still trying to get out and be able to do this stuff. What I really like is when I go someplace. That's not working yet. Okay, that better? I hate using these things. Let's see. What I like to do when I go to a place like this is talk about things that have happened or whatever in the area. That's where I think when you get to speak out what does your most good, because it means more to you. I've got a couple things that have happened around here, and I'm going to talk about a few other things. And I don't know if I'll talk an hour. I might talk 2 hours. I don't know. You know, I can spend a little bit of time here, but my eyes are bad too. Everything I've got is bad. You find that when you get old enough, everything is just rotten. But I've got some notes here. Basically in Southern Illinois, right now we've got 4 of these festivals that are going to go on this summer. And of course we got this one right now. The one I like is the Big Muddy Monster Festival down in Murfreesboro. And that is right now is scheduled for May the 20th. And then we've got the Southern Illinois Bigfoot Conference. That's in Mount Vernon. And the main part of that's going to be September 6th. Most of these have information online. And then the Shawnee Sasquatch Festival, that's way down in Harrisburg. And they have rides, and they have all kinds of stuff. And most of it's even free. And then what they do is they put all of their speakers, they have like a round table, and the whole thing basically is questions and answers. So that's a little bit different. But now, if anybody knows of any others anywhere in Illinois, kind of let me know. But that's the only 4 that I know about, and I haven't got all the information on them. Well, I said what I like to talk about is some sightings. Right, the closest I've got in this area, one sighting that I investigated. I used to be a BFRO investigator, but that's really here or there. Everybody knows where Hamel is, right down the road, right? You go down to Hamel, you turn off and go on 140, then go back east, and you get way out there on the other side of Alhambra. There's a crossing, and big outfit there, a big business, and I don't know what they used to sell, souvenirs or whatever. Right there at that crossing. Take that crossing and go north, and maybe a mile and a half. Years ago when I was with the BFRO, I got a notification there's a guy that took that crossing at night, went up there, and he could see something standing in the road, kind of standing in the middle of the road. He slowed down a little bit, he got up there, and when he got up there, this thing was like 7.5 feet tall. It was right in the middle of the road. He slowed down, drove past it, looked out his window, then bent over, stuck his nose up, and looked at him too. Now, he bent over, and this animal was bent over, looked back at the window at him, and he just didn't know what to think. He went on down the road, and as he got down the road, he's thinking more and more about this. What the heck is this? So he turned around, went back to see it again, and it wasn't there. Now, there was a little stream there. We really have no idea where the animal went. I figure it went down the stream, and that stream where it is, I'm not exactly sure what it ran into, but I'm thinking definitely ran into a bigger creek down there somewhere. And you know, you always hear this, that these animals follow the creek, and my deal is, well, yeah, they got to have water, but that's where all the trees are, right? That's where the woods are, where they can hide and stuff. So there's a lot of reasons that they could be following the creeks. Anyway, he never saw it again, and that's the closest thing that I've got that was ever recorded from this area, and I'd love to have some more. I just heard one story here, but I'd love to have some more I'd love to have them from the people that actually saw them, because that's a first-hand story. If it gets stories that have been passed along, and I've heard plenty of them. You don't know what happened each time they got passed along. A lot of times things change. Okay, everybody, the same thing. If 140, if you go far enough, you run down and you run in Greenville, right? 127 runs south and it runs through Hillsboro, where 127 and 140 meet. I've got a report that come right down through there, and it's not listed anywhere. This one gal that lived in the country in that area, she worked at Belleville, and she worked for the Belleville Police Department. Well, she had to get up real early in the morning and to drive down into Belleville, and she'd come down south on 127. She hit 140 and turned towards Belleville. She come down this one morning, and right at that intersection, there's a big street light and a pole, and she wasn't paying much attention. She still half asleep. But under that pole, and maybe about 20 feet out from the pole, there's another great big hairy thing standing there. But it's got its back to her. So it wasn't really looking at her. Well, she saw that as she turned towards Belleville. And she turned, and so did this animal kind of turned, but it never turned around where it really faced her. She slowed down and she was almost to a stop. And it went across the highway. It went south, never looking at it. And right, if you know that area, it's what they call it Patriots Park. And on the other side of Patriots Park, somewhere down in there, is the lake. Anyway, it come across there, across the road, never looked at her, walked across Patriots Park until it got down to where there was some woods, kind of running a little bit downhill, and disappeared. So she was so excited, she got into work, and she got on the computer, and she posted everywhere, got in touch with everybody she knew. I just saw a Bigfoot. And I'm not sure how I was at work at the time, and I got the word, and it might have been my sister might have called me, might have been it. And my sister knew the name, and it turns out my sister knew this girl's aunt. Well, I told my sister, see if you can get a hold of this aunt, see if you can get a hold of this girl. So my sister, she did. She got a hold of the woman, and I talked to her on the phone right at work, and we made arrangements to get together, and I learned more about her. And I had planned going down to the park, seeing what I could find. As a matter of fact, this was just a couple days before the New Year, and it snowed like the devil that night. And anything that I could have found was covered with, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of snow. So I didn't have any luck there, but I got a hold of this woman again, made arrangements. A couple days, I sat down with her. She was a volunteer fireman out of Greenville. Sat down with her right down there in the fire department, and we talked about this. And the one thing about this, people that see this thing are always so excited that you can talk to them 20, maybe 30 years later, and they're still as excited as if they saw it yesterday. If they don't get excited, they probably didn't see anything or they're making it up. But that's the second closest thing that I've got here that I know of. Now, BFRO got a hold of this young lady and wanted her to file a report for them so they can put it on their website. And she says, no, I'm already talking to somebody. And I thought that was pretty good. That she didn't want to, well, I read it that light or whatever. She didn't want to just tell anybody that walked around. And she's a real nice lady. Now she's moved, and I'm not sure how the heck I can get a hold of her. Okay, now somebody asked me, a couple people today, if I ever saw one. And I get asked that a lot. And people I run into that I know, they'll say, are you still looking for Bigfoot? And I tell them, you know what? I've been doing this for over 20 years now. And if I'd never seen one, I'm not so dumb that I would keep wasting my time and my money chasing around looking for Bigfoot. I've seen, I think maybe 4 good sightings. And I'll talk about a couple of them here in a minute. And I know that there's something there. You see these guys on TV and they're saying, well, it's impossible. There's not enough food to eat. There's no place to live. These animals, they could be there. I don't know. Well, I got some ideas, so I might talk about them too. But I don't know exactly what they are. Nobody knows exactly what this thing is. Like I said, I got some ideas. But you don't want to spend a lot of time with somebody that says, oh, you're still looking for it? What they're doing is trying to make fun of you because you're spending your time and your money out in the field. And like I said, I wouldn't be doing it if I hadn't had some pretty good luck.
All right, we're gonna head back over and take a look at the shops.
Excuse me. Thank you.
All right, we just signed the guest book. Let them know we were here. We'll go inside the antique store. Never know what kind of new stuff's going to end up in here. There's Bigfoot up there. We'll actually head down here because I know there's some Bigfoot signs. Harry and the Henderson. S'mores anybody? Hide and seek champion. Cookie jars. I always like to check out these rooms, see if they have any new stuff I don't have for my collection. Star Wars toys in here. Just check back here because sometimes you can find some really cool things. Hunchback Ninja Turtle. We also have the Mother Road signs for historic Route 66. Head over here. See what else we can find while we're here. We'll go upstairs. Now we've already seen the antique store in one of my videos before, but Antique stores change over time, and we're going to be highlighting Big of the Foot. Here's some of the merchandise. Vintage signs for Route 66. You can always find some cool stuff in here. Here's another toy room with some glasses. Some vintage items in here. Now in this room I did find some cool stuff last time I was here. See if we can find something again. Over here we got some Ninja Turtles. There's some Hot Wheels in the corner I found. Hey, it's me, Mickey Mouse. It's a cool Batman car. You got some collector glasses over here. There's a piece of history everywhere you turn, including some Elvis Barbies. And right in here, this is the restaurant. Check that out real quick. This is the Twisty Treats Diner. Looks like we have the Michelin Man. Another cool Mickey Mouse figure right now. Holy, why am I naked? This is, remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Smokey the Bear. Don't see him too much anymore. Some old brands that aren't really around anymore. All right, Bigfoot. All right, here we're going to enter into the Fudge and Candy, Route 66. Jelly beans. Of course, we do have the Route 66 sodas. And you can remember your trip if you get a pink elephant shirt. Here's the aliens. This is definitely a must-see stop on Route 66. And of course, we do have loose chickens. All right, we got a Route 66 car with the Beatles on it. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the Pink Elephant Big the Foot Festival. We're headed out, and we're gonna head back on Route 66 all the way home. For now, this is the What's Up Dude signing off. Till next time. Please like, share, and subscribe so that I can explore new areas and go to more places in